Three of the four U.S. stock indices start higher this morning. As I speak to you right now, I've got the Russell up 1.47%, the Dow up 0.5%, the S&P is barely above the flat line, up about 0.1%, and the Nasdaq's actually down 1/3%. UK GDP came in down 0.3%, and the year over year was down 0.2%, confirming that the UK is now in an official recession if you go by the definition of a recession that the EU uses, which is 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. Initial claims in the US still very low, not lining up with the increasing layoffs we've seen yet. Weekly jobless claims was only up 212,000, lower than forecast and lower than last week. Also, Philly Fed Manufacturing Index came out at up 5.2. It was forecast to be negative, and the previous read was -10 and change. Month-over-month industrial production in the U.S. also down 0.1%. Yields are virtually unchanged, maybe slightly lower, so nothing to report there, but retail sales dropped to the lowest level in almost 1 year here in the U.S., down 0.8% month over month, with ex-autos down 0.6% and ex-gas in autos down 0.5%, so it really was across the board. Christine Lagarde spoke yesterday at an economic committee hearing in the European Parliament, and she lamented the economic weakness ahead. Incoming data continued to signal subdued activity in the near term. That's a quote from her speech. She also said, however, some forward-looking survey indicators point to a pickup in the year ahead. She didn't point to rate cuts, though she did say, and this is another quote, overall, the latest data confirm the ongoing disinflation process and is expected to bring us gradually further down over 2024 as the impact of past upward shocks fade and tight financing conditions help to push down inflation. Despite this, the euro is higher by 0.4% as I speak to you right now. Now, looking ahead, central bank speakers today, Fed Governor Christopher Waller and Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic. Tomorrow, Fed Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr and San Francisco Fed President Mary Daly. Earnings after the close today, 45 companies with market caps over $1 billion, including Applied Materials, Dropbox, DoorDash, DraftKings, Roku, and Coinbase. Tomorrow before the open, only 15 more companies with billion-dollar market caps as we start to wind down this earnings season. Data tonight, tertiary index out of Japan. Tomorrow, UK retail sales, U.S. housing starts, building permits, PPI, and the February preliminary Michigan consumer sentiment data.